Hello YouTubers, this is Dondi Dallas, and I'm here to tell my story of what happened to me on 9/11 6 years ago. It was a very traumatic day for me, as I'm sure many others, and also a great awakening that took place in me. I gotten up that morning and it was kind of weird. I didn't have a computer of my own, but the town that I lived in was a college town, and they were doing experimental computers in these stores. And so I would go to this same store every day and go get online. And I was running a little late that day, and so I just thought I would turn on the TV, and it was close to 9 o'clock. I know it was right at 9 because the first plane had hit. And I was seeing all this stuff on there about this plane had hit one of the towers in New York, and I was just beside myself. I was so upset, and I was just like, wow, how could that happen? And everyone thought it was an accident, and you know, I was just sitting there watching it like many people were, and just wondering how could such accident happen. It was so horrible. And as I was sitting there watching this, they were showing another airplane coming toward the towers, and I was so perplexed. I was just like, what is happening here? What is going on? And then when that plane hit that other tower and exploded into flames and all that happened, I could not believe that this was happening in my United States of America, that someone was doing this on purpose to hurt us. And as I watched through the day and watched all the people that lost their lives and just the tragedy of all of it, I remember thinking, is this it? Is there going to be a war because of this? You know, what is happening? And I ran and got my kids out of school. I was so scared. I just wanted my children with me. So I went and got them out of school and came home and just kept watching this. And I just could not believe how horrible of an incident that was. And as I watched people jump from the buildings and all the horrible things that were happening, something in me awoke, and I realized that life was so precious, and that we have one time around, and it's up to us how we live it and what we do with that life and how we try to make things better. That is what life is about. It's a journey. We learn from our mistakes and we go on. You know, I used to keep my kids home every 9/11 because I was scared, and this year I decided I'm not going to be scared anymore. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to go on. But I will never forget that day, ever. That is etched into my mind. That I can never forget that day. And no one should. And God help us that there will never be any more days like that, or anything like that that will happen again. And also too, I may not support our president, but I support our troops 100%. Whatever they are told that they need to do, I am behind them 100%. So if I ever make jokes about the president, I am not taking our life lightly in the United States. I believe that we do live free because we fight for our freedom. So I support our troops 100%. I love you guys. Y'all are what keeps America the home of the free. Um, but everyone should just always remember that day and never forget. And I hope that everyone learned a lesson, as I did that day, about how precious life is and how wonderful it is to live in the United States, because in other countries stuff like that happens all the time. We're so lucky that we live here, and so lucky that we have everything that we do have. And I'm just thankful for my family and my children and life. Live it. Peace.